welcome to the Orchid Saga. My name is ELHO, also known as EJ. So yes, today I'm going to do another vlog type of video. Just have a look around what is going on. And before we start, I just want to show you this. In the middle of the screen, do you recognize it? It's called sunshine. Oh, and it's warming up the greenhouse so much. It's about, in the sunshine it was around 30 degrees, which is 95 Fahrenheit, something like that, maybe even a bit higher. Anyhow, it's beautiful and I love it, and I think I'm not the only one. I think the plants do really enjoy it as well, especially of course the warmer growers and the more light-loving ones. So anyhow, yes, let's have a look around in this vlog video. So if you like my videos, I would like to ask you to consider to make a donation to our sanctuary, where we try to help every wild animal out there that is in need of help. But to be able to do this, as you can imagine, we can use some financial support. So if you can, please leave a donation to our sanctuary, and I will leave the email address because the easiest way is via PayPal. But if you are from the EU or the Netherlands, I will also leave the bank account. And of course, only one thing to say: thank you so much for your support. And I'm starting with a quick overview of what is happening on the fall wall, so I keep you updated. And look, we are seeing more and more colors. That means that the video where I'm going to do an update on the whole fall wall is coming, you guys. It's absolutely coming, but not, as you can see, not everything is open yet, but we are getting there. So, and actually from this side it gives a beautiful view, if you ask me. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I love this almost explosion of colors. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Look at that, even more over there. So yes, it's about to come, but I'm going to sneak it in here and there because I love them so much. So yeah, we still have a beautiful nobile here, and I know I just did an update on the flowers, but yeah, I love filming flowers, and I'm going to show you this one because I thought it was my prima donna, but no, it's the other one. Wantable white, I think, something, but I'm not completely sure. It's actually no ID, but let's see if I can show you the tag. Here we go. I can barely read it. Wantable white, maybe, not completely sure. Anyhow, it's not my prima donna, but prima donna is next to it. It has some old leaves, but there are some buds, so we will have that one in bloom as well. And some winter resters, and some are still growing, as this one. So I really need to keep watching these when I water. Obviously, as you know, I grow them in a self-watering setup, but yet still, well, actually, anyhow, I'm just going to finish my story first. I noticed something I didn't notice before, but I'm watching my plants. If they are really growing, like this one, which is coming from this plant, I give them a full reservoir, and if they are resting, I keep them damp. And I was referring to this one, keeping it resting, but maybe you spotted already. But look, we have new growths. We have 2 here and 1 over there. So this one is coming out of her rest period. And I thought by the looks of it, it's not going to bloom, but look, I didn't see them. Whoops, that's a leaf in the screen, I'm sorry. Look, this is an old spike. Cane, I'm sorry. And I see buds. Ah, I didn't notice them before. I started filming, that's a nice surprise. This one is still resting. Just finished growing actually. And the rest here, no buds yet, an old flower. These are keikis from my anosmum. So, but we will have that one, and that one is a new one. I never had it in bloom before. It's Dendrobium Bohemian Rhapsody. I love that name. I love the music of Queen. So it reminds me of Queen, of course. But yeah, something to look forward to. And I'm not sure if I did completely show you guys these flowers, but this is my alba. Look at those colors. That is the small alba that I have, and the big one is over here. But these spikes, I cannot stake them because I don't have that long stakes. So yeah, I have some wires around this one, as you can see, but this one is very close to the shelf. I'm not completely sure, but I need to do something, as you can see, because it's touching the pot next to it. But yeah, that's something, because yeah, like I said, those are so long. I had some spikes up there, I hope you can see them, but they stop at this height. So yeah, way too short, way too short. So that's a something for me to figure out. And I was also quickly referring in my blooming update to my epidendrums, but look, I'm not lying, they are starting to flower. Well, actually we have a few open there, but also the one next to it, here, and over here, and over there. So that's, I'm going to make a video about it. Hermina, I think your name is, from Belgium, did ask me a few tips about them, and I did change here and there something, so I will see to make a video, but I'm waiting on them to be all in bloom, because it's a bit nicer to film. But soon it's coming. I will absolutely refer to that question, request basically. My full moon is miltonia. Oh, I should prepare this. I cannot find the tag. A royal, I think, full moon. Oh, I will put it in the screen. I'm sorry, guys. But you can see we have spikes. This is a fairly new one. It's an alba version of this beauty, which is making quite some new growth. I did a repot video on it. Maybe you missed it. I will link it as well. Oh my god, that was a job. But yeah, so the first signs of flowers already on my miltonias. And that's not the only one, because down here, my festiva. Look, there's a spike, here's a spike, here's a spike. That's a leaf, another spike over here. New growth, a new growth with a starting spike over here. Yeah, in the back, this one. There, that's also a spike. So several. At least several spikes on that one. Also nice, the first signs of those beautiful miltonias starting to bloom. So let me turn around slowly. More updates here. Not really, I think. Well, actually, yes. I did forget this dendrobium. I did saw this when I watered, but this one is also starting budding, as you can see. This is my Logesiae, Dendrobium Logesiae. I need to take the weeds out so we can see it better. But a lot of buds. Here's about there, several ones. This is a new growth, just above my finger. Ah, this nobly yellow stardust is also budding. And the orange one is there, it's also budding. So yeah. Looking good, looking good. Oh yeah, before I forget, then we will go to the next part of the greenhouse. Look at this beauty. She never bloomed with so many flowers, and we still have a lot of buds. She just opened after my update. Yeah, this is such a pretty Maxillaria. Absolutely stunning. If I can. And we have already new growth as well. So this one is doing fine. Yeah, I have a tag over here. Oh, it's stuck. Chrysanta, sorry. Maxillaria chrysanta. So if you want to know the name. And next to it is the gift from Inte. Well, actually two of them. One is blooming, and I did get this one from Inte as well. And I found that Maxillarias do take a lot of time to adjust to the setup, but once they do fine. Look at this bulb. This is the newest bulb, but the previous one, you can see it smaller. Some are way smaller over here. Yeah, it took this one more than a year, I think a year and a half, to get adjusted. And I was a bit afraid because of course it's a gift, and I kept getting these brown leaves falling off. But yeah, it needed to root, and it had barely any roots. So it took a fairly long time, but it's there. And the same, this one was fairly easy. Younger, it's a part, it's a division. Look at all those flowers. but this one was a bit quicker. And this is the more regular one, the coconut. Same story, you can see here a lot of shriveling, but the new bulbs are looking fine. So yeah, they can take up a year to adjust, but it will, but you really need to give them time. Really do, but it looks so much. Look at this one, beautiful, very shiny bulb. Hope you can see it. As far as I can see, no signs of budding. Oh, the fragrance on this one is so beautiful, so I hope, but I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't have the strength for it yet. But I really, really hope that this one will flower as well. And of course, there's no ID. Inti said, well, maybe if you can get it to flower, we can give it an ID, but yeah, so far, not yet. Maybe, who knows. So let's turn this around, this way. Can check some things. No, not much updates over here. So yeah, we need to go by the wall again. I'm sorry, but I will take any excuse to film them. And I just want to do an update on my bulbul phylum Phalaenopsis. Look, the leaves straightened up. I don't know if you saw my first, I think it was in my first vlog, where it was sort of upside down. But it's turning around beautifully. Yeah, and it's still growing, but it's almost as big as the previous one, which was grown in the greenhouse where I bought it from. This is finally also after a year, maybe even 2, where it did start a new growth. It took a very long time, but you can see this is the height of the old leaf bulb, leaf, I'm sorry. And this is the new one. So we are getting there, and I'm so excited because these, I know, these are slow, very, very slow growers. And it did start to bloom, and it did make roots, so I didn't give up on her. I saw the roots coming into this net pot. I hope, yeah, they can see a few. So yeah, I knew she was growing, but I didn't see for a long time a new growth. Until last season, actually. And it looks fine. It looks beautiful. So yeah, I'm over the moon with that. Maybe I didn't have it hanging for that long. When I started hanging it actually made a new growth within 2 weeks or so. So I thought, that's very quick. I'm not completely sure if that is the reason, but anyhow, it seems to enjoying her life here. So I keep this hanging because of the long leaves. This is the easiest way for me to have a nice spot for her. And I like this plant. It has something very special to it. Absolutely. And of course, I'm really happy it's growing the new growth on that side. So it's keeping itself in the basket. It's almost making a circle now. That's nice. And yeah, I don't show them that much. I'm not very good with them, but I made these hangers actually myself with little stones and pearly things, just having a bit of fun. And yeah, I'm sorry, the background is very dark, but we have nice colors. These are green and red colors. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to hang them. And for this one in the back, this one, it was already too late. This one is died, but I think this one is poking up, I think you say, and this one, not completely sure. And this one is really starting to grow. So I think I didn't give them enough light. But I like these little hangers. More than just a wire. I think this looks a bit prettier. So yeah, who knows. I'm going to replace definitely that one. And I really hope this one comes back, because I like the curly leaves very much. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's have a look over here. Not much, well, much going, but not going on. Different bloom wise than last time, than my blooming update. I did forget. No, I'm not completely sure. No, I didn't forget, I think. Did I? Did I forget to show you these blooms? Anyhow, here they are. I know, the mother of the plant itself, it looks not healthy at all. I'm not completely sure what to do. Do I need to throw it out or what? Let me know. Is this a virus or just a cell collapse? Because of too cold water maybe on there? I didn't I don't know if I spray it or maybe watering a plant above it or something like that. I'm not sure, but the other one, look at that. Beautiful clean leaves. But it's not flowering, but it's growing. Anyhow, I'm not completely sure. Maybe it is a virus or so. Then here, this is my golden elf. Beautiful spike. This is by far the best spike I ever did get from this one. It was a young plant, so it was to be expected. The second spike, well actually it made two from the same node, are not as big and some are dropping sadly, but these look like they will make it. So, but this one is getting maybe more energy, I don't know, but that is looking very, very nice. And same thing goes for the other two. This Ivanagara, yeah, I know they are now something called Jack Voliet something. Actually, I have the name tag here. Let me quickly show it to you guys, so you have a sort of an idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, Jack Voliara Apple Blossom. Apple Blossom, yes. This is also a better spike. Not as much buds and still some drying up, but it is stronger, it's thicker. But look in the back, that pink one, I'm going to zoom in. This is such a big spike. I hope you can see it. My camera is focusing on the background more, but so yeah, it looks very promising. Very promising. And I have another one here from the pink one. Also a nice size to it. So that is progress. That's why I'm filming this. I'm filming, I try to give you an understanding of an idea what I'm looking for in plants when I'm here. Just sometimes watering, sometimes just a cup of coffee, of tea, and just enjoying my plants. And I look around, what if I see progress. I look, of course, at my net pots, a little project that's going on. I will refer to it in a different video because it deserves a video because I see progress. It's working. This is not a net pot, but it has to do with more air in a semi-hydroponic setup. That's to come, but it's going better with these plants, especially the warmer growers. I kept on losing roots on them, and not that much anymore. Some beautiful orange flowers. So that is the update so far in here. Quick update. Let's turn around. Try to do it not too quickly. Okay, we will have some noise. There we go. And again, I know, it's just how it goes. It's almost, whoops, almost like in a movie. Scary movie. Miltonias, yeah, sadly, Maxillaria, the orange one. I now did put it here, it's just not doing fine. And some of these are starting to get better, and some don't. This one is also getting better. Yeah, that's what it is. This is a Maxillaria, the big one, the black velvet, is doing fine, but I found scale on it. So annoying, it's in there. I think you can see it. So yeah, I have scale, but it's hard to spray them this time of year because of the cold normally. So yeah, that's also what I'm looking at, and flowers of course, but then the size and how beautiful the colors are, if they're very pronounced or not. It's also telling something about how strong and how healthy the plants are. So overall, most of my Miltoniopsis are doing well. These are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Miltoniopsis. As these guys, you can see, they are certainly getting bigger, but not all of them. This looks like it's coming back to growth. This one has new growths, but it's hanging in there. This one did have a rough time, but it looks like it's coming back. And same goes for this one. This is new growth, looks very nice. Well, actually it's touching. I didn't notice. Look, it's touching the. It's getting that big. So this needs more room. Obviously, I will give it after filming. Yes, progress. Progress. And flowers. Yes, Nelly Isle. Swiss Beauty. It's a bit darker. It looks almost like a red velvet, but I'm 100% sure it's the Swiss Beauty. But it didn't have much light because we didn't have that beautiful sunshine like we have now. So the colors are a little bit darker. But this one, yeah, this is the yellow one. But this one is I call this the rusty one. It's now flowering, coming from Landsbergen. Maybe you remember it from one of my visits over there. And now you can see the changing colors. Yeah, it's a more orangey, rusty color, and that's why I bought it. And now it's tangled up, and I have only one hand, and it's, you see the yellow one is stuck behind that spike. Yeah, I need to stop filming. And I'm back. Before I break that spike. Oh, that's something. If you use one hand for filming and one hand for showing things. But we did fine. Nothing broke off. Oh yeah, something funny happening up here. This one. It's beautiful bloom. Do you miss something? You should. It doesn't have a lip. And I'm not completely sure, but I have a feeling that it happened before with this one. And this flower just opened up today, I think. And look, that is with a lip. This one is missing a lip. Yeah, not completely sure why. Some people say it's a virus. Well, could be, I think. But in this case, I think it's just because of all the hybridizing, and some plants are just messed up a little bit too much. This is actually the name for it. Sorry for the glare. Yeah, Bialara. So yeah, I sometimes think it's just too much for these plants. Nonetheless, it's beautiful, but I think it might happen before, but more often, I don't know. It looks really growing beautiful bulbs, so it's doing fine. But yeah, something is a little bit off there. Yeah, look at this. Bit of sunshine on there. It makes a whole lot of difference. So beautiful. And this Cymbidium is now also in flower. Of course, I have some aphids on there. So sad. Again, same story. I cannot barely spray them because of the cold weather. Do we have a few more there? Yeah, I did spray them. Sometimes I spray them with alcohol, but it's tricky. It's tricky. This is really overexposed. Look, it has a beautiful fresh green color actually. Coming from the light behind. And this one actually has a name. Or I know the parents' names. I see it's a crush. But this is the crush of this beautiful green mini Cymbidium. It's not big at all if you compare it to the other guys down here. That's big. Jewel orchid still in bloom. Do we have more updates? Oh, there's always an update, I know, but something that's of interest. I think I covered most of it, but this is basically what I do on, and I do this on a daily basis, just walking around, watching my plants. And to be honest, I do this most of the times a few times per day, because yeah, I just cannot get enough of them. It's so beautiful. But yeah, we don't always have the time. Oh yeah, if you see there, that's my orange Nelly Island, also a bit different color-wise. You can see also darker, but this is the orange one, and it looks, yeah, my camera doesn't pick it up. It's now more of a pink red color. Anyhow, that's what you get as, apparently with these Nellies if they do not get enough daylight. But it's okay, it's okay, still I like them. But anyhow, yeah, so that's what I do. I keep on watching them. And of course, you just saw me getting some aphids. I have some scale, mealybugs. So currently, it looks like I do not have the thrips. So yeah, thrips I can spray for in summer better. So I'm happy. Of course, I don't want thrips. Don't get me wrong, but it's easier to sort of get them under control. But yeah, the rest is just I pick up plants, I clean the leaves, and just keep it under control that way. And it's working, but I cannot really fully spray them. Oh yeah, and of course I did have the spider mites not that long ago. You saw that in a video as well. But yeah, keep them under control. And watching your plants, that's what I'm trying to get at. On a daily basis is the best recipe against pests. And of course, if something is wrong, you notice, but especially with pests, just keep them under control. Because, you know, I'm just going to be honest, I have so many plants, I cannot get the pests out. I just can't. I think even if I try to get all my plants outside, spray them very well, spray this area, I still think that there would be pests in the media or something. So I just cannot get them out, and it doesn't frustrate me anymore as much because I accepted that fact that I cannot get them out, and I now know it's my job to keep them under control. So keep a close eye on my plants, and that is something I really like to do. Anyways, so it doesn't matter that much. I really enjoy looking at these beautiful flowers. I mean, and trying to notice if I get a fragrance or not, something like that. So yeah, it's not a burden. Well, actually, sometimes, here we go again. I'm sorry for the beeping noise. If you have a very very busy life, of course, it can get very frustrating. I completely understand it, so don't get me wrong, but try to sort of make it enjoyable, just like an evening walk. Just to walk around your plants and have a look. Maybe a cup of coffee, or tea, of water, whatever, or nothing, and just looking around and enjoy what you have and enjoy the success you have with plants. Like we saw, I have plants who do not well, but I like to focus on this, for example, the roots, successes, and of course the beautiful blooms and the leaves. And yes, like I said, here and there I have plants who do not do this well, but the majority is doing well, and that's something we should maybe sometimes enjoy a little bit more in life. The beautiful things that are right in front of us. So yeah, and while I'm watching these flowers, I also check the leaves. Do I see any mealybugs? So that is what I'm getting at. To make it enjoyable, as much enjoyable, and not focus on the negative things, because we all have them, and that's just part of life and growing plants. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really enjoyed this video. Yeah, I'm really getting chatty about things. I hope you enjoyed as well. Let me know. And of course, feel free to ask anything or suggestions. You can leave them in the comment section below. And of course, thank you so much for your support for our charity. It really made my day reading all your nice comments about the advertisement. So thank you so much. And of course, some people starting to support already. So yeah, a huge thank you to you guys, of course. This is it for now. I wish you all a wonderful Sunday, or whatever day you are watching this, a beautiful day, and I hope to see you at one of my next videos. Bye bye.